Today I want to have a conversation about Ultimate Cup format, specifically monocolor format. It was very, very exciting when it was first announced for the first round of Ultimate Cups of 2023. However, the second wave of monocolor events have really led to kind of a disparaging taste in some people's mouths, for lack of better terminology. I want to know, before I get into my points here, what you guys think about it. Do you like the monocolor format, or would you rather have Bandai done another format for Ultimate Cups? What formats would you want to see in Ultimate Cups? Let us know down below in the comments. Of course, like and subscribe. And with that out of the way, I do want to talk about the whole Bandai Ultimate Cup monocolor situation. So, if you guys remember back in the day, Bandai did release that Google form, basically asking for input on alternate formats, and they got it, and they started off with monocolor format. That was a thing they did, and we thought, okay, every format they'll probably rotate a little bit, change up the ban list, modified ban list, blah blah blah, and it's gonna be fine. Bandai's gonna keep things fresh. Bandai's gonna keep things exciting, and I think a lot of people initially had skepticism about the whole monocolored format. Right? People were not a fan of it at first, because there you got those people that really like their multicolor strategies. Like, monocolor format effectively kills things like Crossheart, Hunters, other decks. Imperial doesn't really do well under it. The list goes on. So, what exactly happens with a second monocolor format, a second time where you can't play those decks? Someone in my Twitch chat made a very good point the other day, saying it's basically the same format this time around as last, only you have Beelzemon. Which is, not too far from the truth. Yeah, you have Beelzemon, you have a new toy in Grandis, you got new Greymon toys, and you got Shine Greymon related stuff. And Quartzmon. But besides those things, it's basically the same stuff. Yes, decks got upgrades. Machine Dramon got Chaos Dramon X. All Force got All Force X. They got cool things. But it's the same decks. And all of a sudden, people have lost interest. I remember when the Ultimate Cup locals were a thing for the first round. My locals, True Champs, I believe, and the GFG tournaments had better numbers than they do now. Now, I think my locals are at all-time lows for numbers. I haven't seen numbers this low in a very long time. Um, it's really interesting how people are rejecting the idea of a secondary monocolored format. It begs the question as to why Bandai is doing it. Was it a fact that monocolor maybe received such a heavy praise on their Google form that said, you know what, we can do this all year. It's gonna be fine. I don't know. And as far as Bandai knows, they don't really care about the random online non-sanctioned locals like mine or Tyler's or whatever else. They care about their Ultimate Cup attendance. And they're still maxed in North America, and they're still getting similar numbers in other regions of the world as well. So what reason does Bandai have to stop it? You know what I mean? But I know that there's a lot of people that are not super interested. Other content creators aren't talking about Ultimate Cup as heavily as I am. People are talking about regular BT12 soon, which I'm going to talk about in a second. EX4, other formats, other things. People aren't really focusing on Ultimate Cup format. One of the reasons why I think this is because of store championships, which are not Ultimate Cup format. So you have this interesting divide going on, where right now we're in a month where nothing you do counts for regionals. You have some people playing in the store championships in an attempt to, win some cool max rarity gold rare cards. Because gold rare is max rare in every game, by the way. Don't let anyone try to tell you otherwise. But you have that half of the people. Then you got the other people practicing Ultimate Cup format. Completely different format, completely different ban list. That's rather peculiar. You'd think that Bandai would go, for lack of better terminology again, balls deep into the Ultimate Cup monocolored format and say, you know what? You can do your store championships, but they gotta be monocolor and follow this restricted list for the next month. And that way entices people to play more into it. What they're doing right now is interesting because it's split. It's creating a divide in the community. And I don't know if that's necessarily super healthy, but again, Bandai doesn't really care because Bandai is still making money. Tournaments are still selling out. As far as Bandai goes, everything is all honky dory, perfect. Everything is fine. So, what do we do? If the community isn't super interested in Ultimate Cup format, but Bandai thinks everything is fine, how do you really fix that? Um, my recommendation is when Bandai starts talking about the next season Ultimate Cups, I think we put our foot down and we say no more monocolor, please anything else. Bandai is proven to listen to community feedback when it comes to hitting certain cards on the banned restricted list or the Rising Winds reprint set, random examples like that. Bandai will listen to us if enough people actually, talk. And I think that might be a good idea. Because I don't know if many more people are going to take monocolor format. Like, let's picture for a second BT13 monocolor format. What does that look like? Well, Royal Knights are unplayable. Jesmon is unplayable. Alphamon is severely hurt. Not unplayable, but like hurt. No cool boy, no XKT body. Kinda stings. Um, what do you do? You know what I mean? You can't play Xmon still. It's still going to be a lot of All Force. It's still going to be a lot of Blue Flare. It's still going to be a lot of Greymon decks. It's still going to be a lot of Beelzemon. It's still going to be a lot of Bloom Lord with like the Rosemon stuff. Still going to be a lot of Shine Greymon because Shine Greymon is here now, and it will be more prevalent in Ultra Cup format. Though I'm sure that Bandai will restrict something in order for Shine Greymon to be a little less powerful, like they did with Beelzemon prematurely. That's a thing they can do. You also got the Mirage Galgamon burst. For what that's worth, it's fine. It's okay. You know what I mean? The decks that are still good monocolor format in BT11 and BT12 will probably still be good in BT13. So it's going to create another stale metagame. So with that in mind, is it wise to do another Ultimate Cup format? What can Bandai do instead? Well, something that Bandai can do for starters is, the little block numbers at the bottom of the cards underneath the set symbol, the O1, the O2, they could implement those. They could implement a Highlander-like format. That was one of the things on the form. There's lots. There's so many options on that list. They could even go back to regular format. Honestly, I think people would be okay with that. Just speaking truthfully, a lot of people like the regular format. So whatever. That's it.